So, it's been a while, hasn't it? I really didn't expect my crypto guide to take off the way it did. Nearly 25,000 views later, I'd like to think I got at least a few of you interested in the character, and more of you a better understanding on how he works. However, some of you had some questions on some more niche topics that I didn't elaborate on, so I wanted to talk about that for everyone who wanted to know. So, let's start strong with a question that I've gotten asked a few times, which is just, why do you play crypto? Personally, I play crypto just because of the very large amount of utility that he brings to the game and how supportive he could be to his team, as well as the creativity of his kit. A good amount of my friends that I play more aggressive characters such as Wraith for example, and I like to use crypto to be able to assist them. Of course, this doesn't mean that I can't fight for myself, but crypto's exceptional utility to initiate fights allows you to set your team up at an advantage. His utility also allows for you to rotate very easily, and I enjoy that part about him too. His kit allows for a lot of personal creativity when it comes to what you do with your drone, how to place it, or what to do with it. In short, I just think he's neat. A question that was pretty popular that I didn't elaborate on in the first guide was, what are crypto's ideal weapon loadouts? With crypto, my ideal weapon loadout is usually a mid to long range weapon and a short range weapon. I would highly recommend avoiding running double close range weapons because as crypto, you're usually going to be staying closer to the back of your team. I like running AR shotgun a lot and marksman SMG a lot in him. I also think that crypto does well with snipers compared to other legends, as it suits his playstyle of helping to be present in a fight from a distance. I also got some questions regarding crypto's playstyle. When it comes to crypto's playstyle, he is more of a supportive legend who initiates fights and allows for a team to play aggressive. Now this playstyle could be a bit frustrating with randoms who may not be the best, but that doesn't mean you're not able to take matters into your own hands on crypto. I like to describe his playstyle as very careful and calculated, yet aggressive at the same time. You always have a gun, so make sure you're using it. Crypto is a bit of a hard legend to solo queue with, especially if you're a new crypto player, as he thrives off of good teamwork. So if you are solo queuing with crypto, especially in ranked, make sure you're calming with your team or using the ping wheel to relay information. If you are stacking, I recommend your teammates play some characters I get into in the next question, as crypto does have to rely a bit more on his teammates to be aggressive. @JMan asked in the comments about team comps that fit crypto pretty well. I think he pairs very well with characters such as Wraith or Valkyrie. Both allow crypto to capitalize on his superior macro informational skills. I especially like Wraith right now because of her increased portal distance. Wraith can also serve as a great fragger with a crypto on the team, as she can portal to a team when crypto's EMPing, dodge the EMP with phase, and capitalize it while enemies are stunned, getting her team into the fight, while also dealing damage off the stun. Wattson also works pretty well with crypto, as the two combined allow for a team to capitalize off of good macro with Wattson's fences and crypto's drone. I've also found Rampart works pretty okay with him, as well as Catalyst, but Wattson has usually been paired with crypto in high tier play. A friend of mine asked me how, on crypto, you should balance your time on feet and on your drone. Usually the only times I'll be on my drone are if I'm checking squads in range, EMPing, or if I'm anchoring a building with my team around. I'll also be droning if I'm either checking a corner or just setting my drone up to scan people, which is more niche. For those who don't know, anchoring is just the act of holding a building and making sure your team has control of it. You should be on your drone if you're anchoring, as it allows you to scout for your next rotation and locate enemies, which will be very helpful in the long run, especially in endgame. Now this question is quite interesting, asking, elaborate on how crypto is this difficult to play with. He's the easiest legend alongside Lifeline, and to that I tell you to look at his pick rate along with the amount of people who claim that the character needs buffs, despite being mostly fine without them. That's it. I don't know, maybe you just have some sort of natural talent to find him as easy as click button do thing Lifeline, like her abilities are just click button, do the thing, yep, Yup. I also wanted to elaborate on a few things that aren't particularly questions, but are also more so tips that I either left out or were not really relevant to when the guide initially came out. @Mr. Master Monster noted in the comments that you're able to use crypto's drone to make other squads show their presence in a fight. Most people are going to try to shoot the drone down, but by doing that, other teams will likely take note of where the team that shot is positioned. Other teams may also focus their attention onto the team that showed their presence, possibly costing them more resources or even in rare cases the entire game. Not a question, but a very useful tip that you should know. Another thing that I wanted to cover was the new survey beacons introduced in Season 16. When I wrote the original guide, the survey beacons allowed you to see where the next ring would be located and could be used indefinitely. The new survey beacons are single use and allow you to see where everyone is on the map at the time of the scan for 30 seconds. Crypto could use these new survey beacons with his drone still, so I always grab them when I have the chance to. When there is a survey beacon at the POI I land at, I will usually set my drone up on a beacon and wait till I'm around 230 meters or so off to scan it. From my experience, the new survey beacons allow Crypto a bit more flexibility on his positioning, allowing him to play on the edge zone a bit better as he has access to easier rotations with survey beacons. I still believe he thrives in zone, but needs a bit more team support to reach his full zone capabilities. I honestly kind of like this change, and I think it's made crypto a bit more interesting. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm really sorry this video took forever to come out. I have had a lot of stuff going on in my life lately, and I also wanted to learn DaVinci Resolve, which is what I used to edit this video, so I'm sorry if the editing is not as on par with my previous ones, but I have learned a lot, and that's a reason why this video has taken so long along with me graduating. And I also just wanted to say thank you guys for over 900 subs. I have some more ideas for content now, and I think I'll have more time over the summer to make and edit videos, so I really hope to get to 1K before I go to university. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I really hope you learned something. Make sure to like the video if you liked it, dislike it if you didn't, subscribe if you want, and yeah, I'll see you all in the next one. Have a great rest of your day.